I want to, you mentioned editing before.
Yeah.
And as an editor, you read a lot.
I
So
do. I do.
what are some common mistakes that you think you see some young poets or people who are sending you things, and what advice do you have for them?
Yeah, the most fundamental recurring problem that I have, yeah, typical things, this is nothing new about it, cliches, the failure of failure to recognize just how language is to be used and so on. And you have cliche of language and you have cliche of idea, right? I think sometimes we miss that. I think more experienced writers find themselves slipping into the slough of cliche of ideas. And then there's a cliche of self. So if I know somebody's work and they start becoming a cliche of themselves, that can also be a problem. So that's one that stands out. The other one that stands out is the and this is a personal thing. I think this may be just my thing. I think a metaphor, I think the intelligence of a form or even an experimentation has to be consistent and has to if it's random, it should be consistently random. If it is attempting something, there's a logic to that thing, and I think sometimes the thought hasn't been carried through enough. And I think that half the time I'm telling people, well, think about this. Think about this. Similes and metaphors are traps where that happens often, right? And people sort of fob off. They just go, well, it's kind of cute and flashy, but it doesn't make any sense. And it's not, if you dig it deeper and say, is it really like
Push
this?
it, right.
If you push it, you realize that you have not found the right metaphor. You haven't found the right simile. And we are attached to sometimes the first thing that comes to us without the painful, muddy process of saying, let me try this, let me try this, let me try this. Because it feels then like it's not original, it's not inspired, and so on. And I think the lie is that the first one is magical. That's not
First
true.
thought, best thought.
Yeah, that's not true. That just proves to be not true. It would be the case for me anyway.
Right.
My first thoughts are not necessarily my best thoughts.